is the ultimate upholstery, drapery, and cleaning machine. Before we actually get into taking the mystery out of upholstery and drapery cleaning too, we're going to walk through the features and setup of the Ultimate PB3. If you're the proud owner of a new Ultimate PB3, congratulations! You're about to unpack the most unique upholstery and drapery cleaning machine on the market today, with patents and features just not available with any other equipment. As you unpack your equipment, inspect the shipping box and your PB3 for any damage. If any damage is detected, contact the trucking company immediately. Starting on the left of the PB3 is the 4-in-1 upholstery kit. In front of the tool kit is the vacuum hose and pressure line, and to the far right is the exhaust hose. In the center of the exhaust hose is your training video, training and instruction manual, warranty card, and your siphon plug. All pressure lines are rated at 2,500 psi with all brass quick disconnects. This thinner thermoplastic hose is designed to retain the heat. The industrial quality vacuum hoses are 1¼ inch diameter and tie wrapped to the pressure line. You never have to look for a bucket because it's built into the machine. It actually becomes your recovery bucket, and you simply lift it out to dump your dirty water. Notice the automatic float shutoff. As the tank fills with used solution, the float goes to the top and electronically shuts the machine down before any overflow damage can occur. Under your bucket is the filter screen. Inspect it for dirt each time you dump the dirty water. The automatic float shutoff must be at the rear of the machine. The groove at the bottom of the bucket fits over a nipple at the bottom of the tank, ensuring that the bucket goes in properly. The little locking tabs are optional. You may want to use them when traveling between jobs. The pump is located on the outside of the machine, and should servicing or replacement be necessary, it's easily removed without tools. The cover is removed with a thumb nut. The pump simply slides off its mount, and the wires are separated with a quick release disconnect. The machine is designed with ease of service in mind. The compactness of the PB3 and its light weight of 46 pounds make this unit very easy to handle. It stores behind the front seat of an automobile. The body is made of a molecular resin material, and it cannot crack, break, rust, or leak. We guarantee it for life. Parts and labor are covered under a 2-year warranty. Now let's prepare the machine for cleaning. First, we need some cleaning solution in the tank. The hour gauge registers up to 10,000 hours and allows you to monitor your machine and your job. All of the switches are on top for easy access. This eliminates the operator damaging the machine by kicking the switches off and on, which often happens on machines where the switches are commonly located on the lower side of the machine. With the heater switch on, you're automatically at 125 degrees. This is for dry cleaning only. We don't want you to dry clean above 125 degrees for safety. When you're wet cleaning, however, in most cases, you'll want to adjust the rotary booster switch to a full 200 degrees for maximum cleaning efficiency. You'll notice that the warning light came on when you turned on the booster switch. This light is warning you not to use solvents because you're now in booster heat. When the booster switch is turned off, the warning light goes off too. This is your vacuum switch. This is your pump switch. Okay, we have cleaning solution in the tank, and we're ready to continue setting up the PB3 for our first cleaning job. Hook up your cleaning tool and your vacuum and pressure lines. Now, turn on the pump switch only and spray into the holding tank. This will send solution through the lines and the heat exchanger and self-prime the machine at the same time. This may take a few seconds to a couple of minutes. As soon as you see a good spray, turn off the machine and turn on the heat switch only for dry cleaning. If you're going to wet clean, turn on the heater switch and the rotary booster switch. Now wait 2 minutes for the heat exchanger to reach operating temperature. After 2 minutes, again, spray into the holding tank. It will take approximately another 15 seconds for the lines to get hot. As soon as you see steam, you're ready to begin cleaning. Be aware that if you have solvent in the tank and you turn on the booster switch, our patented sensor system will shut off the heat. If this happens, simply turn the booster switch off. The warning light will go off at the same time. It will now heat to 125 degrees for solvent cleaning. It's always a good idea to put a drop cloth under your machine in case of an overspill in the unlikely event your machine should ever develop a leak. Your machine goes through a thorough testing procedure before it's shipped. Nevertheless, it's always good procedure to check for leaks each and every time you run your machine. To switch from dry cleaning to wet cleaning, or vice versa, first suck the tank dry. Then put the vacuum hose over the filter for 5 to 10 seconds. Insert the siphon plug and connect the pressure line. Then turn on the vacuum switch for approximately 1 minute. This procedure will suck all the solution out of the lines, heat exchanger, and pump. This also reduces the possibility of the machine freezing if you live in a cold climate. Pour your cleaning solution in the holding tank and you're ready to clean. If you forget to suck the machine dry before switching to solvent or detergent, then water and solvent will mix together and become viscous, which is going to clog the lines and the spray tip. If this happens, hook up the siphon plug again with the upholstery tool. Hold the valve open and turn on the vacuum for a couple of minutes. If this does not clear the lines, remove the spray tip and then spray back into the holding tank until the lines are clear. Now, clean the spray tip and reinstall it. When dry cleaning, always hook up the exhaust hose and extend it out into the hallway or out of an outside door or window. Now let's take a look at the tool kit. The Ultimate Tool Kit is the first innovative breakthrough in many years. It features a professional case that houses 4 different sized cleaning heads. These heads slide on or off the base tool. The base tool incorporates a swivel handle. If the operator desires to clean with a 3-inch wide upholstery tool, he simply slides on the 3-inch head, and he's in business. Note that the operator never has to switch quick disconnects or vacuum hoses. He simply slides on the head of his choice. If he desires a 4-inch head, then he repeats the procedure. The tools are made of a space-age resin material that cannot crack or break, guaranteed for life. For larger areas like cushions, backs, and sides of the sofa, or upholstered panels, a 6-inch head is included. If the operator wishes to switch from upholstery to drapery cleaning, he simply slides on the 6-inch drapery head. The fatigue factor is reduced dramatically with this lightweight tool. This is the last tool you'll ever have to purchase for this purpose. When you're all through cleaning, be sure and empty the recovery bucket. If you travel with the recovery bucket full, it's possible for the movement of the vehicle to cause solution to slosh over the bucket into the vacuum motor, causing water damage. This type of water damage is not covered under the warranty. Wrap the cord around the holding tank before traveling to the next job. As our title implies, today we're going to show you how relatively easy it is to clean upholstery and draperies. Much of the information in this program is included to help round out your product knowledge and possibly make you feel a little more comfortable when dealing with a customer. You'll be relieved to know that the actual identity of the fabric you're cleaning is rarely necessary. There are really only 2 categories of fabric. Natural fabrics, which are woven from fibers found in nature. Synthetic fabrics, which are man-made. Most upholstery is still made with natural fibers because natural fibers are softer, breathe easier, and are more comfortable. In fact, manufacturers have become so creative that by varying the thickness of a synthetic fiber and with the proper amount of crimping or combing, they can make a synthetic fabric look like wool or some other natural fabric. Some synthetic fibers and natural fibers are blended together in an effort to give you the best of both worlds. Other effects are also possible by varying the fabric weave. Satin, for instance, is a weave, not a special fabric as most people believe. When a woven fabric has a third set of fibers sticking up through the weave, it is magically transformed into velvet. Velvet is not a particular fabric. It is simply a weave. Haitian cotton differs from normal cotton in that it is not processed, leaving seeds, twigs, and dirt in the fabric. It's also possible to set different designs on top of a finished fabric. One popular design is the moire. This design resembles a wood grain effect. If a moire design is set on a synthetic such as acetate, it is considered permanent. If the design is set onto a natural fabric, it may disappear during cleaning. Later on in the program, we'll show you how to test a fabric to see if it's made out of natural or synthetic fibers. Before cleaning, it's important to learn the characteristics of the basic cleaning chemicals. Each chemical has its own pH factor. The pH tells you whether a cleaning product is safe, too alkaline, or too acidic for use in cleaning a particular fabric. For safety, we always want a cleaning product having a pH in the neutral range, between 7 and 9. A pH reading is also valuable when testing an unknown spot. First, wet the stain. Then, take a pH reading. The pH reads 9, or 2 points above neutral. To reach neutral, we choose a cleaning product with a pH of 5, or 2 points below neutral. Tannin has a pH level of approximately 5. Tannin neutralizes and removes the stain. Use the same procedure for reversing a color change. White or very light fabrics may brown if cleaned with too high a pH product. Fabrics may also brown if they're left wet and allowed to dry slowly. Usually, an acetic acid or tannin acid product will remove browning. In this example, we've cleaned half of the fabric and removed the browning. Some confusion exists as to what a dry cleaning solvent is. Simply, a dry cleaning solvent is a liquid which does not contain any water, hence dry. There are two categories of solvents, chlorinated and non-chlorinated. Although chlorinated solvents clean better, they emit strong fumes, which can be harmful if inhaled. A popular non-chlorinated solvent is mineral spirits. Formula 800 is a mineral spirits product completely formulated for dry cleaning. Below its flash point, a solvent is considered non-flammable. Above this temperature, the solution will burn if ignited. It's best to work with a cleaning solvent having a flash point of at least 135 degrees. When purchasing cleaning products, request a material safety data sheet. This sheet will identify the product ingredients and the flash point. It will also alert you to any potential product hazards. When using wet cleaning chemicals, heating up to 200 degrees will increase cleaning efficiency 3,000%. That's correct, a 3,000% increase in cleaning efficiency. Solvents, however, should not be heated above 125 degrees for safety. Working at this temperature is safe and will ensure maximum cleaning results. Before cleaning a piece of furniture, you must first decide if it should be wet or dry cleaned. Most fabrics can be wet cleaned. Dry cleaning, however, is a must on some fabrics and invaluable when cleaning bleeders. A bleeder is a fabric in which the dye runs. To determine the best way to clean a fabric, we test for bleeding and stability. Many professionals perform a bleeding test by rubbing a white cloth, wet with cleaning solution, across the surface of a fabric. This is an inaccurate test. If there is color transfer or crocking, it doesn't necessarily mean the fabric is a true bleeder. You may be simply wiping off some of the excess dye. Approximately 30% of all fabric will crock, and less than 5% are bleeders. In our test for a bleeder, we first test the fabric by applying cleaning solution using a small test bottle with an applicator cap. The pH of the pre-spray should be approximately 10. This will give you a little overkill. Do your testing in the zippered areas. Begin working in a spot approximately the size of a quarter. Work both the inside and outside of the fabric. Rub the solution into the fabric vigorously so as to work through any protective coatings, such as Scotchgard. Test each color separately. If there are 5 colors, make 5 tests. It takes approximately 20 minutes for each test spot to dry. If the fabric is a bleeder, the actual migration or bleeding of the color will take place within the last few minutes of the test. Another procedure is to clothespin or clamp both sides of the fabric with a saturated cloth. 15 to 20 minutes is usually adequate, but if there is any doubt, even 24 hours is not too long. Don't use a hairdryer to speed up the test. Fast drying of the test spot can dry the cleaning chemicals before any bleeding occurs. Check inside cushions for any magic marker lines or numbers. Sometimes manufacturers will mark the foam or the fabric for ID purposes. If the cushions have no zippers, you can gain access from the underside of the couch, but remember to restaple the bottom cover. When cleaning, you can prevent the marks on the foam from bleeding through the fabric by placing plastic between the foam and the fabric. Remove the plastic after the fabric is completely dry. If there are any marks on the inside of the fabric itself, they will most likely bleed through during the cleaning. Have the customer sign a waiver or turn this job down. If you find yourself in a situation with a mark bleeding through to the surface, use your exhaust hose to drive it back down until dry, or use this unique spotting tool to suck it out from underneath. You may want the customer to sign a waiver or turn a job down if one of the following applies. There is no way to inspect the fabric. There are marks on the inside of the fabric that may bleed. The latex backing is crumbling or powdery. Latex holds the fabric together. If it's deteriorating, it could be pulled through to the surface as you clean. A latex fabric can be safely cleaned with non-chlorinated solvents or water-based cleaning products. Chlorinated solvents will dissolve the latex. Next, test the fabric for stability. A bone scraper is a very handy tool for this test. Gently try to separate the yarns of the fabric to determine any weakness. Test the trouble areas such as hair oil spots, spills, faded areas, and quilting. Also, check to see if the skirts or flounces have pulled away from the frame. Check the welting to make sure it's still in good condition. Check the zipper areas. Sometimes they're torn or pulled away. Look for cigarette burn holes. If you're testing for Haitian cotton, the fabric can be identified by its uneven, bumpy texture. This unprocessed cotton will reveal seeds and small pieces of husk if viewed through a magnifying glass. To determine if the Haitian cotton is natural or synthetic, cut off a piece of excess material and perform a burn test. If it's natural material, it will burn, leaving soft ash. If it's a synthetic, the tendency will be to melt rather than burn, leaving a hard black bead. There are special cleaning procedures for natural Haitian cotton. We will cover these later in the video. Before we begin cleaning, we want to be sure there will be no surprises. You have to be a little bit of a detective. Asking the right question can alert you to potential problems. How old is the furniture? This can give you a clue to how fragile the fabric may have become. Has it ever been cleaned before? Is the customer expecting you to solve an odor or allergy problem? You can't solve all of these problems, and it's impractical to guarantee the removal of all spots or stains. Ask the customer to sign your inspection form with a statement acknowledging any previous damages before beginning the cleaning process. If asking her for a signature bothers you, at least go over the inspection form with her and give her a copy. These forms are available from U.S. products. Proper cleaning equipment is essential to the cleaning process. The pressure rating of the equipment used for cleaning should be between 35 and 50 psi. Ideally, the size of your spray tip should be a number 1 or 2. The vacuum motor should have at least 80 inches of vacuum lift. The equipment should have an internal heat source. If you're going to clean upholstery and drapes, the equipment must have both wet and dry cleaning capabilities. We're going to do our cleaning with the Ultimate PB3. This machine is equipped with features unavailable on other cleaning equipment. The heat exchanger built into the PB3 is an exclusive feature. Most equipment on the market heats the cleaning solution with an immersion core heater. The heater actually sits in the holding tank and comes in contact with the solution. The only way to heat solvents with an immersion heater is to place a bucket filled with solvent inside the first bucket of hot water. It then takes 25 minutes to heat the solvent. It requires another 25 minutes to reheat a new batch of solution. With the PB3, the solvent can be poured directly into the holding tank. The solution goes through the pump cold, saving the life of the pump. It then enters the heat exchanger and comes out hot in 2 minutes, not 25. This sealed system is the safest and most efficient on the market. We're now ready to begin our wet cleaning demonstration. Notice the drop cloths around the furniture we're going to clean. We also keep a drop cloth under the equipment in the event of an accidental spill when filling or emptying. Always clean the cushions first. Never clean them in place or on the carpet. A portable work table can be utilized, or a clean drop cloth. If there is animal hair to be removed, use a lint roller before cleaning. Wet hair will not stick to the roller. You'll want to pre-spray heavily soiled areas, such as the arms and headrests, with Breakthrough, a combination solvent and detergent pre-spray. Spray the rest of the piece with your neutral range cleaning detergent, like our Magic Fabric Cleaner. Let stand 5 to 10 minutes. With clear water in your holding tank and approximately 4 ounces of tannin per gallon, do your simultaneous spray and vacuum stroke. Tannin prevents browning and cuts the detergent for a more residue-free fabric. Sometimes it's advantageous to use an upholstery scrubbing head, especially if the piece is excessively soiled. Spray and then scrub. Use the bonnet pads for more fragile fabrics. Otherwise, use the brush. Finish up by vacuuming the fabric. The purpose of the pre-spray and the upholstery scrubbing head is to give you the extra edge needed on those tough jobs, as well as cut your cleaning time. If you wish to speed up the drying time, attach dry pads to the scrubbing head and re-scrub the fabric. The speed and friction of the pads will quickly dry the fabric. For moisture-sensitive fabrics such as Haitian cotton, bleeders, or some wall partitions, dip your pad into the cleaning solution, squeeze it out to the desired wetness, and scrub with the machine. Once the cushions are cleaned, lay them on a strip of freezer wrap paper which has been placed on the floor, plastic side down, or a plastic drop cloth. Never place wet cushions back on the furniture. Dye from the platform of the couch may bleed through to the cushions. Before cleaning the body of the sofa, cover the platform with a drop cloth. This will prevent water or sizing marks from occurring due to overspray or dripping. Place the sofa on its back. Clean the kickboard and skirt first. After cleaning the kickboard, clean the front of the arms, followed by the inside back. When these areas are completely cleaned, set the sofa upright. Using a crevice tool, vacuum the crevices of the sofa. Don't use your hands. They may encounter sharp objects. Start with the top back. Clean the arms. Clean the platform last. Usually, the outside of the body is fairly clean. Spray large areas at a time and vacuum quickly. To complete the job, apply furniture polish to the wooden parts of the sofa. Dry cleaning procedures are exactly the same as those used in wet cleaning. The only difference is that we now have dry cleaning solvent in the holding tank instead of detergent. Dry cleaning in the past has always been considered just fair But with the advent of the PB3 and the heat factor, along with better solvents, we can claim good to excellent results. Critical to getting these results is the pre-spray and lots of dwell time. Always use Synergizer as your pre-spray when dry cleaning. This formula contains the proper solvent-based detergents, surfactants, brighteners, and deodorants. Fill up your hand sprayer with Formula 800 and add 1 ounce of Synergizer. Shake well. Pre-spray the entire piece to be cleaned, not just traffic areas. Now you must wait a full 10 minutes of dwell time to get results. An alternative to dry cleaning is the dry, wet-dry cleaning method. This is a form of dry cleaning reserved specifically for bleeders and Haitian cottons. This method does not always work 100%. We recommend that you dry clean or use the bonnet cleaning method shown earlier. If you wish further information on the dry, wet-dry procedure, contact U.S. Products. There are 2 basic methods for attaching velvet pile to backing material: the V-weave and the W-weave. The V-weave goes around the yarn once, while the W-weave alternates under and over the yarn before it's brought back up again. This is an inherently stronger weave. If you pull on the weave and it comes out easily, then you know it's a V-weave. Because of the weakness of the V-weave, a latex backing is usually applied to keep it in place. The latex gives the weave stability and presents no cleaning problems. If you find a V-weave with no latex backing and they're out there, you run the risk of pile coming out during the cleaning, leaving bald spots. Be sure to check for this condition on all velvets. Crushed velvet refers to a pattern that is set into the pile. These piles can be either synthetic or natural. Natural pile velvets are crushed with live steam by the manufacturer and allowed to dry. Synthetic crushed velvets are permanent. The process melts the pattern into the pile yarns. Synthetic velvets can be wet cleaned just like any other fabric. Natural velvets, however, are not permanent. Moisture will relax the pile and remove the crush. A bleed test will indicate whether you're working with natural or synthetic velvet. If your test spot dries matted, then it's a natural velvet. If it dries without any distortion, then it's synthetic. It's always best to dry clean natural velvets. If the natural velvet is very dirty and you feel the customer is not going to be satisfied, wet clean the fabric. But be sure to let the customer know that the crushed look will be gone. When the cleaning is completed, brush the material with a velvet brush. Use only the edge of the brush during this procedure. When wet cleaning velvets or any fabric, you can achieve a softer feel by adding an ounce of downy softener to your final rinse water. Spray and extract. Rust never appears during cleaning, only days later, after the job is done. To prevent rust stains from forming on buttons, surround with an aluminum shield or plastic and spray with pure silicone. The silicone will penetrate the fabric and coat the button, preventing future problems. If you come across a rusty button, use Magic Rust Remover. Follow directions, then protect with silicone. On-site drapery cleaning is easier and more profitable than cleaning upholstery or carpets. Few cleaners, however, are taking advantage of this market. Those few, less than 10%, recognize this virgin market with opportunity for growth and profit. Draperies can now be cleaned right where they hang, and they can actually be guaranteed against shrinkage or damage. In-plant dry cleaning facilities will not guarantee the cleanability of draperies. In most cases, they'll ask the customer to sign a waiver, relieving them of all responsibility if drapes are damaged or shrunk. Hotels, motels, and institutions are just waiting for your service. These customers can amortize the cost of on-site cleaning in just the drapes saved from shrinkage, damage, or loss. It's a service they need and can't get anywhere else. At the very top of a drapery is the top hem, or header. Inside the header is a cardboard-type material referred to as the buckram or the crinoline. This material stiffens the header. The header will lose its stiffness if the buckram is over-wet during the wet cleaning process. At the bottom of the drapery is the bottom hem. This hem usually contains weights to allow the drapes to hang evenly. Most draperies are pleated from the top. The best and simplest way to estimate a drapery's cleaning cost is to count the pleats. The average charge across the U.S. is $1.50 to $2 per pleat. A cornice box hides the header and adds a decorative effect. It's usually made of decorated wood or wood covered with padded fabric. A valance may be used as an alternative to a cornice box. The valance is actually a miniature drape. Cornice boxes can only be cleaned on-site. Swags and pleated valances are similar in design. They too cannot be removed easily and are an excellent source of income for the on-site cleaner. Some draperies have a lining or backing. This lining gives the drape a finished look and protects it from the sun, extending its life. If, instead of a second sheet of fabric, latex is fused to the back of the drapes are called latex-backed. If this fused material is vinyl, the drapes are referred to as vinyl-backed or blackout drapes. Blackout drapes are easily wet cleaned because the vinyl backing keeps the drape from shrinking. Always wet clean blackout drapes with a cleaning solution below 125 degrees, or you may bubble the backing. Chlorinated solvents will destroy latex or vinyl-backed drapes, so they can never be cleaned at the dry cleaners. Most drapery fabrics are natural or a combination of natural and synthetic fibers. To determine if a fabric is natural or synthetic, perform a burn test. Cut off a piece of excess fabric from behind the header or behind one of the hems and burn the material in an ashtray. If it turns to a soft ash, the fabric is definitely natural. If it turns into an uncrushable black bead, then the fabric is a synthetic. If the results are questionable, you may have a combination of natural and synthetic fibers, in which case, treat the draperies as you would a natural fabric and dry clean it. Approximately 80% of the draperies you'll come in contact with will be natural. The other 20% will be synthetic and wet cleanable. Begin drapery inspection by checking the header. See if the buckram is smooth or if it's distorted or damaged. If it does not appear normal, note the condition on your checklist. Sometimes the entire header sags forward. This can be due to improper installation. The effect is the same as the drapery touching the floor, pulling its weight down from the header. Sometimes the top of the header is frayed from rubbing against the ceiling. Check all hems. If threads are unraveling, they should be repaired. Inspect for holes, tears, and damage of any kind. Inspect it for water stains and pet stains. Water and pet stains are the toughest stains to remove and rarely clean out. Try removing the stains with 3% hydrogen peroxide, usually available at your corner pharmacy. Use the spotting tool. Apply and vacuum. Check the curtain cord and the tension pulley. You can tighten the tension by adjusting or replacing the tension pulley. It's easy to do, and you can charge extra for that service. Before you begin cleaning, you may want your customer to sign a statement acknowledging the results of your inspection, or if a signature makes you uncomfortable, review the form with the customer and give her a copy. The testing procedure for drapery fabrics is the same as the testing procedure for upholstery. Test in the area hidden behind the header or in some other inconspicuous spot. Test each color separately. If the drape is all one color, there's no need to test. Test for fabric strength by drawing a bone scraper across a section of the drapery which has been exposed to the most sunlight. The preferred technique is to angle the bone scraper 45 degrees to the fabric and drag the scraper slowly and gently downwards. Repeat the procedure horizontally across the drapes. Look for any fibers that have broken or spread excessively. Check threads along the seams with your bone scraper. They may be weak. Another way to check for fabric strength is to gently pull and twist the fabric while listening for crackling and inspecting for any separation. If a bone scraper is unavailable, this test will suffice. If weak areas are detected, it does not mean the drapes are uncleanable. It merely alerts you to the area that needs gentler action. Let the customer know that the drapes would fall apart if sent to a dry cleaning plant. By individually working each section of the drapes, the on-site cleaner can do the job without damaging the drapes. Testing and inspection only takes a few minutes. It should be a part of your routine. Fill the Ultimate PB3 with solvent. Using a ladder, remove the 2 drapery pins from the wall brackets. Clamp one corner of a 4mm plastic sheet to one of the wall brackets. Double the plastic over to give it more strength. Draw the plastic behind the drape and clamp it to the other wall bracket. The plastic sheeting will protect the walls and windows from overspray. It also seals the back of the drapes to create greater suction for your vacuum. Extend the drop cloth under the drapes to protect the floor or carpets from overspray. If you should ever overspray solvent on the walls or windows, don't attempt to wipe it off. Wiping off the solvent will leave dirt smears. If left to dry, the solvent will evaporate away. All lined draperies should be clean on both sides. If the draperies are not lined, clean the back of the header. The rest of the drape can be cleaned from the front only. The suction of your vacuum will draw the dirt from the back to the front, cleaning both sides at the same time. If the drapes are lined, clean the back of the drapes first. Unpin 1/2 of the drapery, folding it back across the other half and clamping it in place, as he has done here. This is a good time to clean and lubricate the curtain rod using a clear silicone solution. This service should be part of your original presentation to your customer. Note that the operator has a snap ring through his belt, which is secured to the vacuum and pressure hoses. This eliminates most of the weight of the hoses. Before cleaning, vacuum out the pockets behind the header using a crevice tool. Insects live and lay eggs in these areas. Begin cleaning the header. First, vacuum. Then pre-spray with Synergizer, following with the spray and vacuum stroke. Your cleaning tool will move easily across the pleats. If the area is very soiled, follow up with simultaneous spray and vacuum strokes. Divide the drapes into sections, cleaning one section at a time. The dirtiest portion of the drape will be the upper 20%. The rest of the drapery can be cleaned with a single pre-spray, followed by a simultaneous spray and vacuum stroke. When cleaning the bottom of the drapery, use horizontal strokes to avoid overspraying onto the carpet. Use the same cleaning procedure on the other half of the drape. Now you can clean the rest of the drapery without the ladder. If you're going to clean shears, they should be cleaned first. Most shears are synthetics, usually nylon, Dacron, or polyester, and can be wet cleaned. If the shears are natural, they must be dry cleaned. If the same job requires both wet and dry cleaning, do all wet cleaning first, changing cleaning solution only once. If you begin wet cleaning at the top of a drape, water may drip or streak downwards, forming water spots or stains. The correct procedure when wet cleaning is to evenly spray the entire drape half starting from the bottom up. This will eliminate any streaks or spotting. Now you can clean normally. After cleaning, finish the job by creasing the pleats with your thumb and forefinger, or pressing with your palms to create a softer decorator fold. Tie the drapes back with a white ribbon or paper band. leaving a nice professional finish to the job. The drapes should be left tied back for 3 to 4 hours. Swags and Roman valances have folds that run horizontally. The best way to clean these is with a horizontal stroke. It's best to begin at the top of the swag and work your way down one pass at a time. Use your free hand to adjust the folds so you're always cleaning across a flat surface. If you come across any tassels hanging from the swags, place a white towel behind them for backing. Then clean. Fringes may be glued to the swag. Perform a test to determine if your solvent will dissolve the glue. Woven woods and 4-inch vertical blinds can also be wet cleaned successfully. Place the plastic sheeting up before beginning and clean with simple spray and vacuum strokes. Dry cleaning is optional on more fragile woven woods. $1 to $2 per square foot is a fair charge. $1.50 to $2 a blind for verticals. In conclusion, drapery and upholstery cleaning is really a logical process. Being aware of the proper testing procedures and cleaning techniques is 90% of it. The remaining 10% is being aware of the few rare problem fabrics that require extensive testing, or you may elect to turn jobs down if necessary. Now that we have taken the mystique out of cleaning upholstery and draperies, cleaners have a new and profitable adjunct to their present business. Hotels and motels, as well as institutions, can now benefit greatly by on-site drapery cleaning processes. No more downtime, loaner drapes that have to be stored again, or shrunken or damaged drapes. All fabrics can be dry or wet cleaned safely and effectively. For more information, please call us at US Products, 1-800-257-7982. Thank you.
US Products is the innovation and performance leader in manufacturing professional carpet, upholstery, drapery, and hard surface cleaning and restoration equipment, tools, and chemicals. Headquartered in Mukilteo, Washington, US Products equipment is being used by cleaning and restoration professionals all over the world. Quality, innovation, reliability, and uncompromising performance are trademarks for US Products professional cleaning and restoration equipment. Our corporate mission is to enable sustainable cleaning to improve the quality of life, and our goal is to always strive to be the customer's preferred choice in cleaning and restoration equipment, chemicals, and tools. As the science of measuring what clean really means and is becomes more apparent, the focus on removing soil, pollutants, contaminants, biological contaminants, allergens, and more in the cleaning process becomes more obvious. There are many facilities where they have tried the latest, fastest, gizmo-based ride-on extractor. They're cleaning fast, but they also recognize they're not cleaning as effectively as they could. They want soil removal and soil extraction, not soil rearrangement, redistribution, or soil hiding. In other words, they want clean carpets, not just carpets that look clean. US Products makes portable extraction equipment that will do just that. US Products portable extraction equipment comes with uncompromising cleaning power and performance. Heat, solution pressure and flow, and vacuum recovery tied to the industry's best cleaning wand, the Evolution, are standard procedure with the US Products portable extractor. US Products leads the way in making extractors that have been independently tested to remove the most soiling and get the carpet the cleanest.
US Products prides itself on high-quality, innovative cleaning equipment. Quality is achieved by testing throughout the manufacturing process. From the beginning of the line, where we test for quality from our high-tech rotational molding equipment, to the end of the production line, where each and every machine is tested for performance and quality, we make quality a key component in our manufacturing. Our innovation stems from scientific method in the design process and testing of that method to ensure our customers with factual evidence that new equipment performs the way we say it will.
U.S. Products is a leading manufacturer of carpet, upholstery, drapery, stone, concrete, and tile cleaning and restoration equipment, tools, and chemicals for the floor care professional. In manufacturing, quality, reliability, and innovation are words that are frequently advertised. At U.S. Products, we have the track record to demonstrate we have put them into action. Here are just a few of the U.S. Products innovations. U.S. Products revolutionized cleaning equipment manufacturing with the solid-state circuitry and heating element controls in the ultimate upholstery and drapery cleaning machine. We introduced inline circuit testing detection that identified to the operator they were plugged into separate circuits on two-corded equipment, eliminating accidental trips of the breaker. U.S. Products was the first extractor manufacturer to ensure you were supplied with instant 212-degree Fahrenheit heated water at the wand tip. We made using high-performance portable hot water extraction equipment expand beyond carpet care, with high solution pressure, solution heating, and waste recovery capabilities standard with all of our box extractors. Now, stone, tile, concrete, and grout floors can be cleaned at levels previously not possible with standard floor scrubbing equipment and tools. We introduced built-in hose handling equipment capacity to the extractor market with the King Cobra series of extractors. We made mobility and ease of moving equipment and tools through the facility standard fare with the innovative design of the PEX extractor series. We innovated the use of portable extractors specifically designed and engineered for water removal and extraction in water and flood damage restoration with the Flood King. The triple play spot removal extractor is the first and only 3-tank portable spotting machine, one for solution, one for extraction rinse, and one for vacuum recovery. The Patriot Air Scrubber was the first rotationally molded air scrubber and negative air machine that can be used in either a vertical or horizontal position, designed specifically for the restoration and remediation professional. The Evolution Carpet Wand transformed the way extraction wands are made. It is a faster, easier to use, fatigue-reducing tool that also reduces drying time. Independent third-party laboratory tests confirmed the Evolution to be the best extraction wand ever built when it comes to cleaning effectiveness and reducing drying times. We believe that when you purchase a piece of equipment from U.S. Products, you own a reliable product that will perform and deliver the results you and your customers demand and expect.